Welcome in, everybody, to the DLLS Cowboys podcast. We got to talk about what's going on with Trevon Diggs, what's going on with DeMarvion Overshown, and how much is he watching our show. And we'll preview Cowboys Broncos. It all starts. Meow. It is the DLLS Cowboys podcast. We're happy to have you with us on a Friday, and you know that on a Friday, it's a game preview show, baby. The DLLS Cowboys game preview show powered by Game Time. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets. Download that Game Time app. Create an account. Use the code DLLS. You get $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Here for my guy Kavanaugh to tell us we're winning by 40 on Sunday. I don't know. What does 71-4 work out to? What do I got us winning by? I think 67, 71-4, giving a final prediction at the end of the show. But for now, that's what I'm going with. You will notice I have a mouse today, and it has a cord. Paid a lot for a laptop about a month and a half ago.
At 6 a.m. in the morning,
at Walmart,
might add.
In Oxnard.
In Oxnard, California.
That little pad thing doesn't want to work. It's a touchscreen, but I don't like that.
Okay.
That's doing too much. So I have a mouse with a cord. And so you're just going to have to deal with that. Welcome in. My name is Jeff. Next to former Cowboy wide receiver Jesse Holly.
Oh, Jesse Holly went 77 yards. It must be a reality show.
Shout out to everyone out there, man, that watches our show. We truly appreciate you.
All of them?
All of them.
All of them?
All of them.
What about the one who called you the P word?
Him too. And even in Nigeria.
Yeah.
We have listeners in Nigeria. Yeah. So to all of my Nigerian listeners, both here and abroad in Nigeria, we appreciate you. And all the rest of you as well, and all the other states. But Nigeria specifically.
It's nice. Next to Jesse is the second greatest beat writer in the history of the Cowboys, Mr. Ali Jawad. Yeah, I found out yesterday DeMarvion Overshown watches the show. I like that he tagged Jesse on Twitter. Like I don't think you were tagged in what our account, the DLLS Cowboys account, put out.
No.
So that's the other one. That's what we'll get to Clarence.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah. Jesse's not tagged in this at all.
No.
But DeMarvion knows your Twitter handle and tagged because we're talking about DeMarvion Overshown, and he said that he's stronger, faster, jumps higher, all these different things. Mm-hmm. And, like, we got the numbers to prove it. Although he says we got the numbers after stronger, but then I don't know if that goes to everything or some of the things. And so while we were talking about it, you made a face because you think it's possible that after multiple knee things that you might not run a faster 40 than you did when you were 20 years old and super healthy.
I mean,
he tagged you
after one.
Like, I see you shaking your head, buddy.
Yeah,
I see you.
And I just find it hard to believe after one knee injury, you get faster. But he had two knee injuries. In the last one, it was a PCL, MCL, and an ACL.
Yeah.
But I want nothing but the best for DeMarvion. I do, honestly.
See, backpedaling.
Yeah, I've been said that I've backpedaled, but I stand on the fact that I don't believe you get stronger after two serious knee injuries. I mean, you should know. You had multiple.
Faster than ever.
You've had multiple knee injuries.
I was a 4.59 guy back in the day. I think today I could churn out a 5.1 if I needed to.
No, but we do appreciate either DeMarvion watching our show and or following our show, whatever it is today. But yeah, you don't get faster. Now I can understand. Like I said yesterday, I can understand if you said I got stronger. 100%.
Oh, you've been spending 8 months.
You spending all you've done is spend all your time working out. So I get it. Stronger, maybe even jump higher, but it's that and he hit the game at 100 miles an hour, which I totally respect.
It's probably more like 22 miles an hour, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah. See, slower. But yeah, I mean, it's all good. It's all good, man. I'll see DeMarvion around.
Yeah, you're going to tear him up, too.
We'll have a conversation. I'll see him around, and if he decides to talk about it, we can talk about it. If he doesn't, that is
my favorite thing, and he also had he had one for Clarence, too, on the same clip. Here we go. Clarence said they expect me to be Fred Warner and Ray Lewis. I said I want to be coached so that I can be an all-pro player. I know what I'm capable of. And I can promise you, this will probably be a one-time thing. If every time we talk about a player, they respond or quote tweet the tweet multiple times, we're not going to do this every time.
Yeah.
But to all the people in the comments after he responded to you, that were, my God, you guys are terrible people. No, you're just on the internet.
Yeah, you're on the internet.
They're just on the internet.
Which, by the way, I find absolutely hilarious.
Guy called you the P word.
Yes. One dude said I folded. I got called the P word. My guys from Nigeria said that
that's my favorite one.
One guy called me a buffoon and said they got to be paying you a lot of money.
And they are.
To have to deal with me.
And they do.
And that you keep this thing afloat.
Yep. I responded to both of those. And I appreciate those two people. You know, if you like me and hate other people on the show, thank you. And if you hate me and like other people on the show, I won't thank you, but they will. You know, as long as you're watching. Because what's funny
better be funny.
Or what I find entertaining is
it better be entertaining.
So we talk about DeMarvion Overshown incredibly positively.
And they never find those.
No, that segment was incredibly positive about DeMarvion Overshown. But then if he responds in any way with his interpretation of something or what he took away from it, and then other people see that, and then their interpretation of his response is negative or disagreeing, now they're mad at you without watching the show.
Right.
Which is incredible.
One dude even
That's
said...
the most 2025 crap of all time.
One guy even was mad at me because he said that I said back in training camp that I told Coach Schottenheimer how to be a man.
Yeah, I saw that too.
I said, I don't believe I said that.
What were we talking about earlier? The Jimmy Fallon thing.
Mean tweets?
Mean tweets, yeah.
Send him text. Whoever you dislike the most, send something in the chat today. Preferably make it a super chat. And I will say, if it's just super mean, but it's not even entertaining, you get less points than if there's entertainment value to it, okay? Kenneth is in the super chat, though. Jesse, how you doing? Is your charity doing good? Dak and Pickens both make first-team All-Pro. How surprised would you be? That would be surprising.
Let's see the first part. The first part, I am doing well. Thank you for asking. Charity, I haven't opened up the doors yet, but if you'd like to donate to charity, you can. The link is in my bio at Mr. Fourth Alone. But that will be happening in the month of November as we get prepared for the Christmas charity. I just talked to the people that I'll be working with this year. That'll be Sharing Life was in Mesquite.
Yep.
I partnered with them, and they do an incredible job. We do an incredible job at Holly's Helping Hands to make sure that there are as many kids in the Metroplex that need Christmas gifts, get Christmas gifts. So thank you, Kenneth, for bringing that up. And I will be opening that up very soon.
Holly's Helping Hands is great.
Yeah.
The Cowboys obviously have ties with the Salvation Army, which is great. I have chaired the NAMI North Texas Walk a couple of times, the National Alliance on Mental Illness. But my current passion is the Jeff Poole Fund. Need about 23.3 get that sucker paid off. But anyway, Cowboy things.
Oh, and then it says how Dak and both make first team All-Pro. How surprised would you be? Very. Extremely
You know,
surprised.
George Pickens is going to quote tweet that and say something, and then people are going to assume you're hating.
I would be
careful now.
I would be extremely surprised if Dak and Pickens made first team All-Pro, being the fact that
Dak and Pickens. I was thinking he said CeeDee and Pickens.
No, Dak and Pickens. I mean, again,
CeeDee's going to end the year with more catches and yards than George Pickens.
Yeah.
Well, he missed games. We'll have to see what the standing is right this moment, but he will.
Yeah.
But that would be nice. All that matters is that George Pickens is here forever.
That is what matters.
Like, looking at this Broncos defense makes me incredibly grateful this particular week that you have both of them. And we'll talk about that in the next segment. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Other things. It sounds like Trevon Diggs is going to miss this game, according to Shoddy.
And Jerry.
So that's a 2-week concussion at the house with zero explanation to this point. And the only thing I got to say about that, because he will search his name and retweet it, say some stuff.
I think he'll call us a P word.
He wouldn't call you a P word, but somebody would in the replies. Probably with a dog pick as their pick. Or a different person that's not them.
Glasses.
See, I don't want to hate on too many of the glasses because I could see myself rocking like some aviators with the little hat on, aviators, straight ahead.
What does that say about you, America?
You know what I'm saying?
What does that say about you, America?
It says I like my mirrored shady rays. That's what it says. Boy, in the next 2 weeks, I do think the Cowboys will make at least one trade.
Oh.
When I tell you, whenever they have talked to somebody and that team has talked to them and they're like, you want what? And they're like, we want this. And they're like, all right, well, here's what we would want. And they're going back and forth. I promise at the end of that conversation, Jerry's going to say, we'll throw in Trevon. Well, when I tell you this organization and that man, the end of the season will definitely be the end. I don't know what his value is around the league. Because I was on my itty-bitty little personal YouTube page this morning doing a show with Brian Broaddus.
They come at him, too.
Which is a DLS property. Well, he deserved it last week.
They come at him, too.
He got reckless last week. He deserved all the criticism, all the smoke, if you will. He said something that I thought was funny, which he could get himself in trouble with the player with what he said. But he was saying, like, when coaches call each other, like you're trying to trade for players and, like, coach – if you wanted to trade Trevon Diggs, you know, coach is going to call a coach can call a coach, and he's like, and he's going to say, you know, and it's like, it's going to be Trevon Diggs, the horses, and all this stuff about him. And then somebody in the chat was like, did you just call him that? And he's like, no, I'm saying the coach is going to say that about him to another coach. And so, and I don't know, because I feel like if it were my team, you got to be careful how often you do it, or people won't believe you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a lie. But, you know, we could talk about if you threw in another pick, you have this corner we got, all pro. And they're like, yeah, but I heard you guys don't even really like it. I love him. Best guy I ever worked with. Why are you trying to trade him to me for a 5?
I love other guys more.
We got these other guys. Scheme. It's a scheme thing.
Yeah.
But didn't you just go to more man? Listen, man, you'll love him. He's the best. I would lie.
This 2-week concussion thing has baffled. And the only reasonable specky that you can come up with is that they're trying to keep him off the field so that he's healthy enough to be traded. And it could also be, and again, this complete specky.
Oh, I like that.
It could also be, you know, that they've actually had because sometimes it happens that way. Trevon goes to ownership and says, listen, I want out. Like, let's find a way to keep this thing, you know.
There's a guy who has done that recently that the Cowboys, I think, might trade for. We'll get into that later.
You know, hey, I want out. And before getting injured in these games, let's just find a way to keep me off the field and out of the way and out of the news and all those other things so I can go ahead and just find a trade partner for me.
Yeah.
And front office may have said, you know what? We agree. A fresh start for you may be best for you, may be best for us. And that way we can all part ways and be happy, because there is no other thing that I can think of. Like, what did he get hit with? An anvil? Like, what?
Possible. Could have been a Home Alone situation, paint can.
Like a paint, like something.
Could have been.
A guy who has no concussion history ever in his career.
Yeah.
College, pros, ever.
That's because he don't hit nobody.
Listen,
that was a joke.
Hey, but a guy that doesn't have any concussion history, an incident that happened at home has led to you missing your second game in a row because of this concussion.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I'm led to believe is that there has been a conversation.
Frying pan.
It had to be a cast iron. Gotta be a cast iron skillet.
Probably was.
2 weeks though? You gotta have like indention in your head or something like that.
Ali, I'd like to apologize to you for all the words that Jesse and I have to say all the time. And then I would like to make you offer something here by saying,
in 15 seconds.
What do you think happened at Trevon's house?
That'd be a fun game. Just
That would be.
What do you think happened at Trevon? Submit your best answer. Get a free DLS shirt.
Whoa, we don't do that.
Discount. Get a discount.
I will find something from my closet.
That's better. That's better.
For the best one. Okay, this is a Jeff giveaway. This is not a All-City or DLLS commitment. But I will give you something out of my closet if you have the best suggestion of what happened at Trevon's house. Also, please hit the like button. Coming up next, we are getting ready for the Cowboys and the Broncos. We're going to start off with the good stuff. Cowboys offense, Broncos defense, and how the Cowboys are going to hang 71 is next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
I mean, Mando took all the fun words out of their ad, but that doesn't mean
still say them.
But it doesn't.
Grundle.
Here you go. But hey, football is intense. Basketball is intense, and sometimes while you're cheering on your favorite team, you're gonna sweat a little bit. You're gonna have a little funk, a little stench. Well, let me tell you what my friends at Mando, they're saying if you use our product, and we eliminate the stench. Scientifically proven that to use Mando, that it's going to eliminate the odor before it even starts. Now, maybe you're a cream guy, maybe you're an deodorant guy, spray, whatever it is, Mando has something for you. Just head on over to shopmando.com, use the promo code DLLS and get $5 off a starter pack. And that means you can try a little bit of everything till you figure out what it is that you actually like. They have all the great fragrances that men love to wear. You're not going to smell like a little frizzy, prissy lady. You're going to smell like a man. So head over to shopmando.com, use the promo code DLLS and get 5% off a starter pack.
Don't feel bad if you smell like lavender or something. You know, a lot of times they don't want us to do the stuff that smells real good. I want to. Also, shout out to our friends at Shady Rays. I'm going to get my picture in my profile pic. I'm going to get in my truck, put my Shady Rays on, wear a hat. It's going to be good. Shady Rays are the best. They're the best sunglasses on planet Earth. Not only are they affordable, but it's not like it's affordable like you walked into the gas station affordable. It's affordable, but also a high-quality product. Love our friends at Shady Rays. I got me a pair, and they're wonderful. I went with the Aviators, purple, polarized.
Nice.
But they got all sorts of different styles of sunnies, all sorts of different colors. Whatever you're looking for, they got them. And the wild part, if you lose or break them, even on day one, Shady Rays will send you a brand new pair. No guilt trip, just replacements. Now you can actually use your sunnies. Isn't that nice? We've teamed up with them to bring you an offer. Head to shadyrays.com. Use the code DLLS35. You get 35% off polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. It's the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Cowboys 71, Broncos 4 is my prediction for now. Give the final one at the end of the show.
Wow.
Final one at the end of the show. But for now, 71-4. And I want to start with the Dallas Cowboys offense, which will be taking on the Denver Broncos defense. Possibility that Cooper Beebe is back at center.
Possible.
Tyler Booker will be 2 weeks into being back. Javonte Williams, revenge season. Which part of this matchup either you like the most or you side-eye the most?
I'm going to side-eye Tyler Guyton and Nick Benito.
Oh, crap.
I have to go there. I
thought we were bringing up the good part of the team.
No. Yeah, you said side-eye.
That's Ali Jawad 24 on
024
on Twitter, so you guys can go.
Call him a P word.
You guys can go and hate tweet.
Hey,
send in
it's our job
Jawad
to be
zero.
truthful. I'm not saying
Ali Jawad
that's a terrible
024.
matchup. But what I'm saying is how we feel on Tyler Guyton at this point. You watch the film. Okay, there's good. There's still to work on. You feel this is a game where can he actually turn heads and show he's going in the right direction?
John, why you got to put that graphic up on the screen? That's the pressure rate, sack rate. They're leading the league. The duo of Benito.
Are we not discussing the Broncos pass rush?
Look, that's hate.
Thank you, John.
That's hate. John, what's your Twitter
John
handle?
Anderson.
What's your Twitter handle, John? X. What's your X?
They'll spell my last name wrong. No point in me putting it out there.
Okay.
And I'm a Patriots fan, so that's what I'm
My favorite thing
Real
is
America's team.
Real dynasty.
My favorite thing is in radio, they used to tell, like, you know, people are from different places and you're doing sports radio and it's like, people be like, I'm a whatever team fan or I grew up a whatever team fan. But it's like, well, now you're doing radio here. Don't tell anybody. John don't give half a crap. He's like,
care.
yeah, I'm Pat's fan. Drake May's the future. What y'all going to do about it? Yeah, that's a tough matchup. Their combination of edge rushers is the highest duo pass rush win rate It's the highest duo in sacks. And that's their whole is that graphic their entire team?
Yeah, this is their entire team, and the pressure rate and sack rate. Number 2 is not close.
Yeah. Because I saw for their edge duo, like the numbers that they both have as like a pass rush win rate. There is no other duo that is even in the ballpark of having both guys way up here, and they have 14 sacks between them. Benito and Edgerrin. Let me get my Edgerins right. Jonathan Cooper. Between those two, they will get after your quarterback, and that is the Cowboys' weakness on offense is the outside of the offensive line. And so, yeah, thanks, Ali, for when we're talking about the dominant Cowboys offense, bringing that up to start the segment.
Got to bring the key matchup up. Okay, we know CeeDee Lamb, we know Pickens. Got to bring the key matchup up.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I look at for this game offensive for the Cowboys that can be a positive from that offense is, hey, Shotty, go back to the playbook that you had, the game plan that you had against the Green Bay Packers, and how you orchestrated your offense then, the play calling that you used then. Because, while I do believe that this pass rush, this defense as a whole, not singular player, as a whole, may be better than the Packers, you did a great job with, moving the pocket. Dak did a great job inside of the pocket and getting the ball out quickly. That was vital in keeping Micah Parsons from wrecking your game, because there were multiple times that he was very close and they were very close as a defense. But you have a game in your belt where you've already faced dominant pass rushers where you were able to have a 40-point success. So
Dak be Superman.
Yes, no, like you say that in a joking manner, but absolutely Dak has to be Superman. He has to be everything and more in the pocket this game against this front. And I even think like the way that this defensive front gets after the offensive line, they push the pocket back. They push it back in a way where you want to funnel the things out to those edge rushers. So, but Shotty and this offense can hang their hat saying, hey, we've faced a good pass rusher. We've faced a good front and defensively, and we fared pretty well. Yeah. So whatever that game plan was, whatever those play calls was, whatever that mentality was going into that game, and especially if you get BB back into the mix this week, you do have an upgrade at center that will help out a little bit if he's where he's supposed to be conditioning wise, and he's trusting that ankle to be able to anchor down on it when he needs to. That definitely can play a part in the offense having success, because they're going to need every bit of the 40 points that they scored against the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, I need 29.
They're gonna need every bit. They're gonna need every bit of that, I believe, to defeat this Broncos team on the road.
30 will get you home.
30?
31.
Okay.
31 will get you home.
I hate my score then.
Because Bo Nix is the next segment thing. I don't know what to do with Bo Nix.
We're not talking about Bo Nix right now. We're talking about
okay. You're right.
The offense you talked
Cowboys
about.
offense.
That was Cowboys offense.
So the Broncos defense is technically a better run defense than pass defense. But when you're passing, if you must pass, they're a really good pass rushing team with one of the best corners in football. So, they have a really good blend of all of the different things that they can do as a defense, which is why this is one of those weeks where I am very happy, and you're very happy all the time, but I'm uniquely happy about the problems that the Cowboys offense presents. Because the fact that you can run out CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, and as a defense, stop by the data den real quick. The Broncos' run defense is the strength of their team. When they struggle as a run defending team is when they're playing a light box. So if they're playing with two deep safeties, they're not a good run stopping team in that scenario.
And I'll say that the reason being because Hufanga, who we all remember from San Francisco, and who's like Troy Polamalu's understudy, is his Daniel's son.
Yeah.
He's a hitter. He's a hitter, and he is a support. Like his supporting the run game is legit, and he doesn't care who you are. He's coming downhill, ready to bring his pads behind him.
It's like a more coordinated Leofau with better breaks.
You said it, not me. That's time for Jeff on X. Time for no.
Okay.
No, it's not racist.
I was just talking play style, by the way.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, just play style.
Okay.
One plays safety, so it's a little different. But you can force them into the version of run defense where they struggle. because of what you have on the outside.
Yes.
You can play the pick your poison game. If they want to be the good run-stopping Broncos, that's when they're playing extra guys downhill. You play extra guys downhill against the Dallas Cowboys, like if you want to, the way I phrase it is, if you want to dare Dak, CeeDee, Pickens, throwing Ferg, Turp, and whoever if you want, but if you want to dare Dak, CeeDee, and Pickens to beat you because you want to slow down the run game, I dare you to dare them. That nothing would bring the Cowboys more joy than the Broncos to try to play their good run defense. Boy, that'll be a dream come true. What number does Riley Moss wear? Has any corner ever been targeted 30 times in a game? Bring an extra man down, and you're going to see that.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this. Patrick Surtain is a really good player. You have receivers that are good enough that it's not like you're going to run from him.
Right.
You don't have to run from him.
Right.
But if all things are equal, and it ain't two safeties back there, it's one, well, I'm going to go Hut. Like I can tell you where we're coming with it. But you're not scared of anybody when you have these two wide receivers.
No, and this is the part where the numbers may come out later on, and they'll be like, "Oh, Patrick Surtain shut whatever receiver down," and it's not because he shut him down. It's to your point. It's like, well, why bother the reigning? Was he like the reigning defensive player of the year?
Oh, he might be.
Yeah, reigning defensive player of the year. Why even bother him when I have a much more easier matchup to go to over
side,
here? Yeah. I can go to George Pickens. I can go to CeeDee Lamb on whoever, Riley Moss, on whatever side he's playing on all day long. Yeah. Like that part, or whoever's one of the guard, one of these guys in the slot. It doesn't mean that we're scared of him, but if the easier road to success is to go to the other guy, let's take the road less traveled. Let's not have to go down this
till we lull you to sleep. Then you go get one too.
Trust and believe you me, if they go single high and and that safety is shading towards another guy and it's Patrick Surtain on an island,
I'll come get you.
Dak won't be afraid to go Hut. All right, CeeDee, Pickens, go deep.
Yeah.
One thing you mentioned earlier this week. So when we talk about this team trying to win these games, it's going to go through the offense, obviously, more than defense. And the offense has to, has been carrying the load, but they need a signature win. Said earlier this week. And for them to have that signature win, it does start with the offense. But this also, Dak continues, what he's been doing, not turning the ball over, playing well. The receivers, if they can run the football with Javonte, like it's a signature performance with the signature win that would get people to buy more into the fact that this team is for real because they went into a stadium. They've never won in that stadium, by the way, too. Last time they won in Denver was 1992 against a team that has one of the best defenses. So I think that's something, too.
Yeah, and I think another thing that's really important about getting a win this week is that makes it a streak.
Dak did mention that yesterday, too.
Did Dak say that?
He did, actually.
I love saying it because I think it's funny.
He did mention that yesterday.
Two's a streak. Now we're on a win streak. We're going to pressure this. We're going to pressure this team to help us. Give us a little help. We can't be wasting this year. You cannot waste.
Right.
I don't know the future of George Pickens and the Cowboys.
Right.
Can't waste it.
No.
Can't waste this quarterback play. Can't waste this receiver duo. We got to do something. And the best way to do something, although I never know with Jerry, if you win another game, I could totally see him being like, we're cooking, right?
But if you win
on the way.
It's only if you win another game and the defense replicates what it did a week ago, right?
I want to win a game and the defense be atrocious.
Oh, then
so that Jerry freaks out. Where he's like, yes, we are winning, but I can't sell you on this defense, can I? That's how we get a trade.
Think so?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
If they play well, Jerry's going to be like, you see what we got now?
Yep.
Overshone's coming too. Oh,
Rebels on his way. Yep.
I still think that I
58 to 53, we can make a trade.
I still have a sneaky suspicion that he is putting all of his 83-year-old eggs in the basket of when we get Agent Zero back, when we get Rebel back, that's the pieces that we need to change the tide of this and not thinking about bringing anybody else of significance.
Can I tell you this?
Yes.
I think they're working on Crosby. I think they are. And that's all I'm going to say until a week or two from now when you go, hey, how about that? Once Max Crosby gets here.
He doesn't.
You going to forget I said it?
Okay.
You going to forget I said
won't.
it?
They won't. I might.
Because here's the secret about the trade world. This is why trade deadline and draft are my favorite things ever, because it is absolutely recky-specky season. Because I tell you, I'm glad Clarence isn't here because he wouldn't like this, right? Because Clarence is as connected as you can possibly be for the Dallas Cowboys. So he goes and he talks to the principals, the people involved. Like, hey, Max Crosby? Like, no. Trey Wingo tweets out that the Cowboys have reached out. Clarence has relationships with everybody with the Cowboys. Hey, no. Okay, well then that's what I got. Because it's in their best interest to tell us they're not. If you're trying to get something done, it's in the Raiders' best interest to say we ain't trading him to get the most they can. Like, we don't want to trade him. We want everybody to shut up, and then we can work on this. Like, I think the report is accurate that the Cowboys have contacted the Raiders about Max Crosby, and that the Raiders, because somebody national talked to somebody who knows that and said it, are like, we got to shut this up. We got to shut this up to get the most we can, to keep the player happy, to do all these different things, to make these things happen. I think it might happen. That's all.
Well, I mean, Jerry did say on the radio this morning, and I'll say that quickly, that he said that he does use the media as far as his mouthpiece when it comes to negotiation.
Oh, yeah.
But I do think I think it's gonna cost the Cowboys way more than they're willing to give if they want to acquire.
You're just going to take the picks you got from somebody else and give them to somebody else. And then Jerry's going to sell you on, we're paying the same caliber player, less money, and we got Kenny Clark.
And
he's an older
You
player.
said that earlier.
And sell it good.
You said that early in the week, and you said he'd be right and he'd win. He'd win the trade if that was the case. Because when you talk about, and I'll say this quickly, when you talk about the four best pass rushers / edge rushers in the league, you say Miles, Watts, Parsons, Crosby.
Yeah.
In the discussion.
Yeah.
And so if he's able to bring one of those guys back, cheaper one, and you have Kenny Clark, you would ultimately be ahead of schedule when you, and he's under contract.
That's why it's going to happen, so that Jerry can say that. He's going to stumble drunk his way into, and that's just a saying. I'm not saying that Jerry's drunk all the time. He's going to stumble drunk his way into winning. He's going to stumble drunk his way into winning the Micah trade. Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, how this defense is going to shut down Denver to the tune of 71-4, which is my prediction for now. It's not my final prediction. That's next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Love if you sign up for the Supporters Club. What you do there is you get hooked up. You get a nice little badge next to your name, which makes you stand out in the chat, which is good for you because we will see your chats more easily when we see Jeremy just popped in there. He said, chill story.
Oh, we got it. Don't worry.
We got a story?
No, we'll finish up. Then we'll
see? That's and if you were a diehard, which we'll get to, you'd have access to everything that Chill writes. The Supporters Club, you get a badge next to your name when you are in the chat on YouTube, which is really nice. It's a nice way to stand out here. See Austin right there? Got the badge next to his name. That's the guy who's part of the Supporters Club. You also get the ability to use exclusive emojis in the chat, which is nice. You can get the pop emoji in there. If we find us a $50 super chat somewhere in the show, we'll hit you with the Club Pop song. And what's the other thing? There's another thing. Oh, but we get behind the scenes content. Different group maybe each week, but you'll get some behind the scenes stuff if you're a part of the Supporters Club, and that's fun. You become an insider, you become our homie. Also want you to sign up for the newsletter, alldlls.com/newsletter. That'll get you Ali's newsletter. Every morning you'll wake up and know everything you need to know about DFW sports. Ali, what's in the newsletter today? At least the Mavs didn't lose last night.
No, the Wings hired a new head coach, and Jeff's Abilene Christian University photo.
With me and my buddy Barrett with my big old shoulder pads.
Look, I'm going one by one. Jesse, you're next. I'm trying to find something on Clarence from way back in the day.
It's tough to find pictures of Jesse in a football uniform, but I'm glad you're able to find standout greatest wide receiver in the history of Abilene Christian and ever recorded official statistics. Unless you count the games when they let us non-traveling players go beat up on McMurray or Hardin Simmons. I put it on them. You might want to find those articles from The Optimist. That's the name of the paper in Abilene. You see it? 3 for 66 in a tutty. The other one I think was just like 2 for 60 in a tutty. Getting downfield.
All slant routes?
No. It's a DLS Cowboys podcast. We're talking Broncos, Broncos offense, Cowboys defense. And no, in those two great outings, one touchdown was on a wheel route from the slot and one was on a corner route. Just Slot is where you want to live, baby.
Yeah.
That's where you want to live. Anyway, now it's time for the Dallas Cowboys defense against the Denver Broncos offense. Broncos are better defensively than they are offensively, and Bo Nix is one of those guys that when people are like, hey, Bo Nix, that's a good NFL quarterback, I just kind of go, and I don't know how to answer it.
Is Bo Nix currently what Dak was early in his career? Where you see,
God, it's been so long, I forget about Dak being a good athlete.
you know what I'm saying? Like when I was looking and I was like, this is like the
Bo
way
Nix is faster than Dak ever was, right? I'd have to look up his 40 time, but Dak was a legit high 4.8 guy. Like, I feel like Nix can actually run.
But it was like, Dak would have those moments early in his career where you'd be like, okay, I can see it.
Yeah.
Then you go, I don't know. And it was like back and forth all the time. And I was like, and you see the progression of Dak throughout the years. And I think Dak talked about it yesterday.
He did. He was asked about, he even was kind of like surprised at the question, like, where are you at with your game 2017, that when he played the Broncos to now, and just how much his game has elevated since then.
And I think I look at, like, I watch Bo Nix and I go, man, this is very reminiscent of a younger Dak Prescott, where, even the way that they do the offense, and I know John had a stat of that the other day. We're talking about rolling him out. The Cowboys used to roll Dak Prescott out a lot, cut half of the field off, limit his reads, allow him to only have to look at, half of the field, get easy completions, try to have a strong, dominant run game. And like, it's very reminiscent. And then I don't know what the career, if Bo Nix's career takes a trajectory, minus the injuries of Dak Prescott's career, you can say that he had a really good career. But I just feel like right now he's in that window of, you don't know what Bo is coming to town week in and week out.
Right.
And those stats are wild. Like, he gets outside the pocket a ton. Second in passing yards when you're outside the pocket, but look at the other name in relation to that. Like, Pat Mahomes is the second most outside the pocket. Almost 20 less attempts, and Mahomes has 220 more yards. Like, so they do it a lot, and just watching them, even in just the game last week against the Giants, some of their best plays are made when he's running around and then makes a throw, and some of their worst plays are made when he's running around and makes a throw. So Bo Nix is a wild card. I don't know. If you're like, rank the NFL quarterbacks, where's Bo Nix? And I'm like, I don't know, 14 to 26. It depends on the moment and the play and the game. And so, somebody's in the chat talking about him at Auburn. He was terrible at Auburn. And then he got to Oregon, and you went, oh, my God, that's a whole different player right there. But their offense is, like, it's okay.
Yeah.
But the Cowboys have made quarterbacks who shouldn't be on NFL fields anymore look like Hall of Famers. And I guess maybe Russ going to the Hall of Fame?
He probably should.
He's been washed for quite a while now, and he looked like a Hall of Famer against Dallas. And so did a lot of other people. And so it'll be, can the Cowboys defense be closer to what they were a week ago against a team that didn't have their wide receivers? Or are they going to be what we've seen the entire year?
I mean, I think it's just a game of, like, just do enough, like 1 or 2 3 and outs, get a takeaway, get a sack, whatever. You're not going to demand anything great out of this defense unless they do it last week. That would be great. But it's like, just do enough to assist this offense.
And that the opportunities will be there, I think. And that's the hard part, is to want to believe that this quarterback, who is 50-50 sometimes, I can't get out my brain just, it's our defense. And that part still troubles me.
Right.
I've watched our defense allow quarterbacks in the same vein of Bo Nix is Russell and Caleb. And I'm not saying that they're the same. I'm saying that these are quarterbacks who are not in the top 10 conversation. Allow them to go and be successful passing the football. And I said this earlier in the week, I thought a lot of the change in Eberflus's defense was partly that Shotty walked down the hallway and said, listen, bro, for change's sake, we got to do something different, because they're on my back. They're kicking your back in, subsequently kicking my back in to make me do something about you. Let's give it a try. Let's see what happens. And I think another portion of that was because they were playing a team in the Washington Commanders that didn't have any of their starting 3 receivers.
Yeah.
right? And you wanted to commit more guys to rushing after Jayden Daniels. I'm going to be interested to see, does that carry into this game? Because there can be some plays made down the field with Courtland Sutton and company, with Patrick. What's Patrick's?
Surtain?
No. The other.
Yeah, I know you're talking
the other
about.
receiver. They have a couple of receivers, but
They got what's his butt? It's Sutton, Mims, Evan Ingram's a tight end that plays receiver,
and it's Patrick.
and then
the other one's Patrick.
guy is
Yeah,
I can't remember his name.
Franklin?
it's not it's Troy Franklin. It's not Tim Patrick anymore. It's Troy Franklin.
that's what I was thinking. Was Tim Patrick?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the Mims. Okay, so it's just this defense has to bring it. They have to bring it because Bo Nix can beat you if you let him, but he also can give the game away if you force him into it.
And you may have a chance because I think one of the things that helps to determine how the Cowboys are going to play defensively is how deceptive, how much sort of eye candy does the other team's offense use? And the answer with Denver is very little. They put Bo Nix kind of in his, we know what your comfort zone is from Oregon. We're going to have 4 wide. We're going to spread this thing out. And when you want to go that spread, they tend to, more than most teams, keep it still and hopefully let him see what you're working with without having any sort of, movement going on. They're not a high motion rate team. And I think that gives you a chance with Kenneth Murray, who I think his biggest weakness is when you have to process a lot of information and figure out where you need to be or where you want to go. If you keep it static and you just let him fire around somewhere, that's when he tends to make his, he blew up a screen. He beat a blocker to a spot. He made a big play in the run game. Those sort of things, I think he has a better chance for that to happen when the offense isn't giving you a bunch of things to look at.
Yeah, you mentioned screen too. Bo Nix, he has thrown a screen pass 14.8% of his attempts, second most, 35 of 38 for 216 yards this year on screens.
I was thinking Pat Bryant. That's the other receiver on that team.
Okay. Illinois. Man?
Yep.
So their offenses, they're okay. They're okay running the ball. They're okay throwing the ball, but there's nothing that's going to blow your socks off. It just comes down to, can your defense play competitive assignment sound football? And I do think there is still something to, can you hold up on the back end? I don't worry about Deron Bland in the slot, but Diggs sounds like he's going to miss the game again. So can Jaquez Bridges hold up out there? Can Kyer Elam hold up out there? Because the one guy that they tend to want to push the ball down the field to is the one guy that is their really good wide receiver. And Courtland Sutton will take a ball from you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And Courtland Sutton, he kind of get open. Like, he's not an explosive, big-time separation route runner, but Courtland Sutton's a player. And so your outside guys, you're gonna have to have a game. You're gonna have to have a game. And can you generate a pass rush? They do a good job of not allowing a lot of pressure.
Yeah, being 6'4" doesn't hurt with Courtland Sutton. Talking about making a play downfield like
nice.
that.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's not a bad thing to be.
Cowboys pass rush has still not been good this year, not at all. Numbers can get wonky on you because, like, the time to throw being one of the worst in football. They have also played so far a bunch of guys that want to keep plays alive and run around and all that, and they're going to play another one. But can your pass rush come alive? I do think Izaraku is getting better week by week.
Mm-hmm.
I do think Dante Fowler is playing better football now than he was at the beginning of the season. I think Jadeveon Clowney coming along, knocking some rust off. You don't have a good pass rush, but I think you got a better shot at it today than you did a month ago.
And you're going to need it because you're talking about going up against the second best offensive line in the league. So, again, this is another opportunity to show, all right, it wasn't just a lack thereof of the opponent that we played, but this is who we really are. And these are the games, going back to your point, Ali, signature wins, going up against opponents where you're equal to or greater than you. How can you perform in those moments? Can you go and dominate an offensive line that the league looks at as being one of the best offensive lines in the league? Being able to shut down certain things that happen, whether it's screens or runs or big plays down the field, or to pressure Bo Nix, or to do whatever you have to do to help your offense out. And we've said it all year long. We're not looking for you to be the 85 Bears, right? We're not looking for you to be that, but just be a little bit better than you've been all year long to give the offense a chance and to not have the offense have to be absolutely perfect. And that's where you have to be in this game.
Somebody in the chat asked about anyone talk about Logan Wilson. It's a Bengals linebacker. Says caught the stream late. Not yet, but that doesn't mean it's not going to happen in the final segment of the day, which is coming up next. We got trade rumor-rooskies going around. We got players to watch, and we got our picks and predictions all next in the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Sign up to be a diehard. There's a QR code on the screen if you're watching on YouTube. Description. The links will be in the description on YouTube. If you're listening somewhere after this show has aired on YouTube, then why don't you just go to alldlls.com/diehard or /intro, one of those. And sign up to be a diehard. You get the hookup when you sign up to be a diehard. Not only do you get an ad-free experience on our website and access to our diehard-only level content, you get to join a bunch of other fellow DFW Sport diehards in a sweet little community. We've got events on the way, and you get 20% off of all the events that we do, 20% off the things in the merch store if you are signed up to be a diehard. And when you sign up, you also get a free t-shirt from the merch store that you get to pick out. You get the 88 Club shirt. I rock that bad boy. Jesse rocks the Dim Boys. Clarence gave away the one with the horse on it to Ali. I haven't seen him wear it yet. Are you doing the Clarence thing where you're like, well, I am a beat writer. We're not
just for you, I'll wear it next week. How about that?
You don't have to. You know, Clarence has his morals. He's like, I can't be wearing this like cheer for the team stuff. You know I cover the team.
Thanks for the reminder though, because I know the chat's been asking about what's up with the Clarence story. So we'll get to the Clarence story. We'll do all of those things coming up, and it'll be great. You also get access to our Discord. Discord's a lot of fun. Currently, I need to get back in there and tell people more about my Dungeon Crawler Carl series that I'm currently on like book 6. Been working on it for about maybe 3 or 4 weeks. John dropped a fantasy book recommendation there, which I immediately ordered off of Amazon. I got to start that bad boy. But there's a Discord channel that we've got for all sorts of things. College football, all of the pro teams. It's fun during games to be in there. Food, TVs, movies, books, no feet.
We're almost out of October.
It's true. Sign up to be a die. It's the DLLS Cowboys podcast. We have one final segment to get to today. We also want to hit your super chats. Please hit the like button. I see 91 of them, which is nice for Tyler Sagan, but it's not good for our show. It's got to be over 100.
What number does Max Crosby wear? 98?
He wears a number. He wears a football number. Kenneth Lott is in the super chat. Jeff, if Overshown makes 8 sacks, 4 interceptions during the regular season, would that meet most expectations? That would exceed every expectation I've ever had.
If he has 8 sacks and 4 interceptions in his limited time, that's almost
we're a Pro Bowl.
That's a Pro Bowl,
and we may be an All Pro.
That's Pro Bowl level stuff right there.
Pop. If Pickens signed 4 years, $31 million, 3 years fully guaranteed, would that be a good deal? What do you think, Pop? Oh, Clarence is not here today. He's out at the Star, which means, Ali, you have to be him.
Oh, my God.
4 years, $31 million per year. 3 years. He didn't say per year. So 4 years, $31 million? Yes.
Yes. He'll gladly take 4 years, $31 million.
Yeah. What's that work out to? 128, 7.75, 7.66, something like that.
I think he meant 31 million
per year.
I know, but I'm taking it verbatim.
Because I'm like, if he said 4 for 31.
31 per in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
In a heartbeat. You know what they're going to end up depending on for Pickens? They're going to be depending on Pickens to want to be here and override his agent.
Good luck.
If it turns out
revenge plan?
What's that?
Like a revenge plan or what?
I just think if it's going to be David Mulligetta trying to get top dollar for George Pickens, my guess is the Cowboys won't pay it.
Yeah. And they'll
That's my guess. Because if he plays the way he's played so far,
there will be a lot of teams that will play it.
He will get CeeDee Lamb money.
A lot.
And I can't see the Cowboys doing it. But that's what he'll earn.
Then again, wouldn't you tag him and force teams to try and go that route with you?
I would also be aware of every time that a David Mulligetta client gets tagged. There's a back. There's a trade request. Oh, my quad doesn't feel right. Oh, my shoulder doesn't look like I'll be ready for week 1, guys. And so they're going to enter into some weird stuff.
They're stuck.
Kenneth is still in the super chat. Jeff, can CeeDee make second team All-Pro this season? James getting 10 sacks. CeeDee can absolutely make second team. We got some ground to make up. How many sacks does Houston have?
3.5.
3.5?
Still there.
I don't think he'll.
Still
I don't
most
think
two
he'll,
on the team.
I don't think.
Still the most on the team.
3.5, yeah.
I don't think he'll get to 10. But I think if he has 7 or 8, that's cool. That's good. We just need some other guys to go get some sacks
Get
too.
that same number too.
Justin is in the super chat. Repeat of 2013, but flip the outcome. I have a bad memory. What year is that?
Peyton Manning game. That was my first ever NFL game when
Oh.
Peyton Manning ran the fake on
50-something to 40-something
Yeah.
or something like that?
51-48.
Yeah. That would be fun. The Cowboys are the definition of fun right now. I saw a guy post a chart. I like charts. And the Cowboys broke the graph. Like, normally there's multiple teams in different spots, and this one had to be like, because the only one up and over was the Cowboys. And what it was, I believe it was EPA per play offense, EPA per play defense allowing. And the Cowboys are all by themselves way over here. But you know what? I want them to win the games, but by God, that's fun football. Just scoring everywhere. That's fun football. Okay. Oh, how about me stationed in Italy? Shout out to everybody that's watching in Italy. We need 3 likes and we need them fast. We're 97.
we like our Italy watchers. Appreciate you, brother.
I have been there. I won't be
Sister?
there again this year, next year. It's going to be fun. Let's see. We have a Clarence article to get to.
Not an article, actually. It was something that happened on Monday in the locker room, and all the beat writers took notice of it, that Clarence decided to get a little bit too far on the other line of the Cowboys showers in the locker room.
Oh.
Was that in the newsletter today?
Can't put that in news.
Oh. He stepped across. He got a little across
He
the
was
line?
on the other side of the line. So we were wondering, Clarence, you trying to get some extra information from a player? You're going that far or what? So Joe Hoyt wanted to bring that up on the show.
Don't drop the soap.
I mean, Jerry's had interesting scouting report on Cowboy players. It sounds like he may cross every once in a while.
If one thing I would say about Clarence, and we love Clarence, like we really do. We rag on him, but we actually love. I do. I'll speak for myself.
He is
I
the
love
best beat
Clarence.
writer. It's not just a tagline. He's the
Yeah,
best
he's
beat
a goat.
writer.
When you see Clarence like out in the wild, like working, like we were in California at the premiere, and like at the premiere, there were like places where you can stand, and certain people had to have certain badges, stuff like that. And I'm not saying that others were scared, but there were other beat writers who were trying to get in certain areas and spaces. And once they got told no once, they kind of just went to the corner that they were assigned to and they just stayed there. Not Clarence.
Hill.
Clarence was
Chill.
telling the security guards, like, no, we could be right here. And they're like, no, you're over there. And he was like, we're right here.
Go find the Cowboys PR at the Cowboys event. Ask them.
And like he was like in everywhere that we go. I'm sure it was the same at Super Bowl when you guys were there.
Oh,
but
yeah.
like you watch him do things, he is going to push the line of whatever the line says we're supposed to be. Clarence is like, I'm going a step further.
And other reporters follow Clarence
Yes.
because they know he's going to get it.
Right.
He's going to get where he needs to be, and whoever he needs to talk to is going to stop and talk to him. So they hover behind him, and once he's asked 17 questions,
They're like-
they'll start trying to sneak
Yeah.
in. Let me get one in here.
Yeah, you had the fire marshal telling Clarence to
Yes.
He was
The
telling
fire
fire
marshal.
marshal.
We'll
He was-
follow him, all right? I ain't following him in the shower, though.
You know,
He
no.
told the fire
Yes.
marshal where he was allowed to
Yes.
be.
Yes.
The fire
That's
marshal.
not- like, that's
was
how
no,
he is.
You can't be blocking this and you can't be here. And he's like, what, one step to the left? We're right here?
Yeah.
Because he's like, I'm not leaving.
Right.
So you're going to have to figure out how to make this work with the fire code.
All right, and they're like, hey, Jerry's not talking. Jerry's not talking. He's like,
yes,
hey,
he is.
he's like, yeah, he's talking
talking
to
to
me.
me.
He may not talk to them. He's talking to
And
me.
he got him for
He
15 minutes.
He got Jerry to stop. They're like, the movie is waiting to start.
Yep.
And they're waiting for Jerry to get inside. They're like, all the PR people like, Jerry, come on. And Clarence is like, and another question, and another question. And Jerry stayed there and talked to Clarence the whole time.
Yeah, pretty amazing. Okay, next thing. Somebody asked about Logan Wilson in the chat. I will say, from names that you know and respect that have been around this team for a long time, that might be the name I've seen the most for the Cowboys recently. So Logan Wilson is a middle linebacker for the Bengals. He is a 3-down player. He can cover a little bit. He can do a little bit of everything.
On defense, yep.
They have essentially benched him for a younger player.
Is it the younger player better?
I don't think
Was
so.
it 2 or just 1?
Huh?
Was it 2 younger players? Like, over?
Well, I mean, who's playing the mic?
Right,
I
okay,
forget
okay.
the name of the
I
guy.
thought it was 2.
But that doesn't that
His
scare
snap
you a
count
little
has been
bit?
going down for like 3 weeks, but
Doesn't-
he wasn't playing bad football.
Doesn't that scare you a little bit? That they thought a guy that he's due what, $8 million, $7 million?
He'll be 30 next
this
year
would be
too.
the end, right? This is it. Or
This
does
is
he have
it?
one more?
No, I think he signed his extension last year.
Okay, so he may have one more.
So a guy that they just paid, they've come into the season and said, we're good.
Yeah, I don't love it, but like I've
it's-
seen him play.
Yeah.
And I think what's happening with the Cowboys right now is I do like that Shamar James is getting to play. I like Shamar James. They don't want Kenneth Murray playing middle linebacker. They want Kenneth Murray running and hitting. When DeMarvion Overshown comes back, they want him running and hitting. They don't have a middle linebacker. So it's just one of those things where I think that's a name that I've heard from multiple people, including Brian Broaddus and Ed Werder recently, that you'll get him for nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
And it'll give you a middle linebacker. Whether, like, it's not, I like the word Clarence used when he was talking about the linebackers a long time ago. Like, is he a plus player? No, I don't think so. But you have a middle linebacker now.
Right.
And that would be nice. And then you're going to have to sort through it all, especially when Overshown gets back and who's going to play what and where and when and why and how. Because I liked when I saw the picture that I think DeMarvion Overshown posted, and it was him and Shamar James in some sort of, you couldn't tell if it was a drill or play. You just saw them two. And I thought about tagging him because I'm the only one he hadn't talked back to, me and Ali, and asking him, because you can't see the formation, like, who's the mic? Which one of you is the mic right now, Overshown or Shamar? Because I know they want both of you just running.
I quote tweeted that, and I said, the future. He didn't find that tweet. How come Murray didn't find that tweet?
Well,
Good
he had to
tweet,
find
good
a tweet
stuff.
that he could
Yeah.
interpret
I was like, hey,
negatively
bro.
in some way,
I
which
was
is
like-
weird because I feel like he's an incredibly mentally healthy, very positive person. And he took a segment that wasn't negative about him and found a negative interpretation after probably searching his name on Twitter.
It's the Michael Jordan theory, right? He has to find whatever it is to keep motivating him. And if that's what it is, great. I'm absolutely here for it.
Rapid fire players to watch in this game, Ali, or you got something else there? What are you doing over there,
No,
Clarence?
just saying Wilson has 2 years left on his current deal. but
Okay, that'll
yeah.
work. That works for me.
Rapid fire players to watch. All right. Number one, I went with Javonte Williams, revenge game for him this week. Although he's not calling it a revenge game, no buckle up comments, but he'd love to give it to his former team.
Yeah, it doesn't, you don't have to call it anything. Jesse walked you through it yesterday. Anybody who has felt unwanted somewhere, if you get a chance to beat them, you're ready.
Yeah.
Already.
You're ready.
Mentioned it earlier when we started the show, but Tyler Guyton does have a big matchup this week. Expect them to have obviously some help on that end, but this would be a really great confidence boost for Guyton if he can make the most of this.
Oh, that was another reason earlier in the show where I was saying, particularly this week, I really like the fact that you have both CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, because I think you're tempted to help both your tackles.
Right.
Like, Guyton against Benito, probably not fun. Guyton with Javonte Williams waiting to smoke Benito, a little more fun. And then same thing on the other side. Terrence Steele by himself, not so much. If you get, I guess, Chip, Ferg can't block.
Brevin Span 4, come on down.
Brevin Span 4 can't pass block. But I guess if we're just talking about Chip and get out of here, it's a week that's very tempting to help both tackles, which, most of the time when you do that, you're talking about 2- and 3-man routes against potentially 7 defenders back there. And you know what? I take my chances. You drop 6 or 7, and I'm bringing out 3 into the route, but 2 of them are CeeDee and Pickens. I'll dance with that.
My lone repeat from last week actually is Jake Ferguson. As I mentioned earlier, Broncos' #1 red zone defense. That's where he's been his most effective, and that's where you obviously want him to come big again this week.
Will
as
he
well.
break a tackle this week?
We can only hope.
I'll say yes. I'd say he breaks a tackle this week. Look
All
at
right.
Jake. Look at Jake. Other dudes doing all the work to get you down there, and Jake's snatching tutties.
Hey,
He has
do
a
what you
bunch of
gotta
catches.
do.
I'm just kidding. I'm just having a good time with you.
Yeah, yards per
Prediction
catch, though.
time, guys. You guys know my initial prediction, 71-4. I'll give you a final
What
one
is it
in a
with the
second.
4 with you?
Huh?
What is it with 4? You had 4
Gave
last
him a
week.
safety last week. We can give up 2.
This one too.
Give up 2 safety. What you got?
Prediction this week, man. Tough matchup, but you know what? I'm riding with Dak on this one. He's got the hot hand. He's confident. He's good. He's ready to go this week. More high-scoring game. Cowboys 37, Broncos 34. Butter wins it on a record-breaking field goal.
Oh.
I'm going that
Breaking
bold.
field
I'm
goal.
going that bold.
You said butter?
Butter, Brandon Butter Aubrey. If
Yes.
there's a stadium to set records for field goals, it's this one.
Jesse, go ahead.
I think it's going to be a tight game as well. When I look at both of these two teams, I say, Cowboys have the better offense than the Broncos. But I think when you did the numbers, Broncos offense and defense together, I think is slightly better than what the Cowboys have offensively and defense together.
Jesse, why you hating?
I'm
Jesse,
taking
why you hating?
Broncos in a very, very close game 31-30 Broncos.
Jesse White. Hey, shout out to Lucius Alexander. I told the Cowboys they had one chance last week before I quit. They did me right.
There you go.
You got one more shot at this, Cowboys.
One means a lot.
31-27 good guys. And if it doesn't happen and the defense is bad, I'm never picking again. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you on. They play on Sunday? Yep. We'll see you on Sunday. That's what I know. Remember, I have no idea what anybody's going through. Be cool to everybody. We love you. Oh, wait. Chris in the Super Chat. Shotty, don't rule out Diggs to IR. Something weird. Yeah, it's definitely possible. We love you. Be easy.
Eliminate the contingencies.
We all silly like the mayor.